Chamfer is going to work the same way. I'm going to throw down a couple more boxes just so we can see the tool at work. Oh, maybe a cylinder too, just for kicks. Okay, and I'm going to go to chamfer edge. It says pick an edge, so how about that edge up there? And if you look, I'm getting some ridiculous result here. So the distance is too big. Make your distance something that works for you. And there's two distances, right? Because on a chamfer you have the vertical and then the horizontal offsetting. So this is saying I'm going to have another edge like that. Enter, enter. Let's see what happens. It said no. Okay, so one more time. That edge, distance 0.05, enter. Distance 2, 0.05, enter. Now we're talking. Right, so a 5/100ths in, 5/100ths down, enter again, and now I've got a chamfer applied to the object with the solid edge. I'll do that one more time. Chamfer edge. I'll click on the edge I want to throw a chamfer on. I got a little preview. I can change the distance. If I'm not happy, I'll do 0.1 and 0.1 for my two distances. And there I've got a nice 45-degree bevel chamfered onto the edge there. Alright, so this is a real simple example of a modification that we might want to do. We take simple building blocks and then we start adding details into them by putting a fillet or a chamfer on those objects. Now, inadvertently, something's going to happen where you're going to say, hey, I don't want the chamfer anymore. Or, hey, I don't want the fillet anymore, I need to get rid of it. If you try to select the fillet and hit delete, well, the whole thing goes away, right? So there are a lot of programs that say they do a much better job at 3D modeling than AutoCAD. And in some ways, they're absolutely right, they do. But AutoCAD does have a couple little tricks built in that most people don't know about. So I'm going to show you one of those tricks right now. Okay, so I selected this block and I want to get rid of the fillet. So I'm going to hold down the Control key and then I'm going to select the fillet. And what you should see here is I am doing something called sub-object selecting. I'm actually selecting just the fillet. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to hit delete. And then do you see what happened? You see how the fillet disappeared? Yeah, sub-object selection. I'm going to click on the block here. I'm going to hold down Control. I'm going to click on the chamfer. Now I just selected the chamfer. I'm going to hit delete, and now the chamfer goes away. Now you can do this with impunity if you have this button turned on, if you have solid history turned on. But if you made the box and you made the fillet and you made the chamfer without solid history, you're not going to have that much success. Okay, so just have it turned on while you're working in 3D. It's not a bad thing. It makes our life a lot easier. Okay, so we saw how to do some minor modifications to some basic 3D solids using the fillet edge and the chamfer edge tool, and then how to go in and actually remove some of those things by sub-object selection, which allows us to do some deleting of some of those features.